Yo, so as you may know, Skyblock has this new thing where you can vote for a player to make them a minister, with the top 3 getting permanent perks or additions to the game. So, I thought I'd give it a shot. Now, some of you may know me as the guy who makes the game immersive through animations, custom models, visuals, and so much more, but most of you are probably like, who is this kid and who gave him YouTube rank? Man, they need to tighten up these regulations. And I mean, fair enough, but let me cook, alright? Here's my proposal, if you will. If you vote alan_, you get to make your Skyblock more immersive. How would one do that? Through weather. Picture this. We already have weather in the Spire's Den, so we just take that and adapt it to other islands. You can access this document in the description. I've laid out everything neatly with as little words and as many pictures and visualizations as possible. The weather conditions range from a simple thunderstorm in the hub, which activates the Emerald Altar and reintroduces 2 old mobs, to hailstorms, ashfall, and even a transdimensional storm where the rain droplets travel back through time and monoliths take over. Blood rain, anyone? The possibilities are endless, and I've even linked another older but more diverse document containing many more ideas like chocolate rain, sharknadoes, sandstorms, and so much more. There's also lore, if you care about that. But let's focus on what we have and keep the scope small. Changes and 2 returning mobs would honestly suffice. Seems simple enough to just copy over code from the Spire's Den, but you never know with game development. Maybe we can add on to it too in the future, but let's not drag it. The main goal is to give each island a unique atmosphere and make it a bit more lively, and also benefiting as many types of players as possible, from fishers to miners and even farmers. If you want to vote for someone else, that's okay, I respect your decision and everyone else competing, but if you want to make your Skyblock more immersive, vote alan_. Thank you for watching and giving this video a chance. Stay immersed and peace. I figured I'd change my perk ideas for the elections from weather and immersion to something a bit more impactful, because that's what we're here for, to make an impact. The ideas presented here should also be a lot simpler to implement, and this can also serve as a backup in case the weather stuff gets rejected. The first suggestion is to yield bobbin time 4 instead of 3 when crafting. This recipe is just really expensive and time consuming, and judging by these empty slots, I wouldn't be surprised if it were to get even more expensive in the future. Habanero Tactics already yields a level 4 book, so this should definitely do the same, as it would halve the grind for all Iron Man players. The second idea is to remove the arbitrary rank requirements from travel scrolls. I know the admins might not be a fan of this one because this sort of deals with monetization, but here's a fair middle ground. Just remove them on these 3 scrolls. They're very useful for Diana when warping around to get closer to burrows, and I've seen parties that outright refuse to play with low-ranked players because they can't get optimal rates due to this limitation. The final idea is to allow the top 2 or 3 players to win auctioned items in the Dark Auction. Some of these prices are just ridiculous, and I think it's a fair way to approach the stock issue, similar to what we did with Shen's auctions. This would also sink more coins from the economy, and players would have to suffer less from going for the seal of the family. Now, 3 perk ideas might be a bit much, but the admins can decide which ones they want to pick. So if you want at least 1 or 2 changes to get greenlit, spread the word and vote alan_ in the election room to make Skyblock more fair. Thank you for your support. Skyblock and his rewards range from coins and XP to an accessory which buffs all skill and dungeon XP, even the RNG meter. However, he's being held hostage, but if we come together and vote alan_ in the election room and get a spot in the top 3, I will push for him to be released and benefit every type of player across the game. You might think these rewards are nothing, they serve zero purpose, but they will get more difficult and rewarding as you progress through game stages. This quest specifically aims to make max social skill bearable too, cause let's be real, no one's visiting your chest maze.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
And the cherry on top, you get an accessory which improves as you complete more quests, buffing all sources of XP and the RNG meter. If this ends up being rejected, fear not, I have a few backup ideas like making the top 3 bidders win items in Dark Auctions and much more, so your vote won't go to waste. The system has potential to add on to it too, through seasonal quests and much more, so if you want something realistic and useful that the admins could have added long ago, spread the word and vote alan_ so you don't miss out. Peace. The Minister election is upon us, and once again we are trying to add the Questmaster to Hypixel Skyblock. He rewards coins and XP, which scale and improve as you progress through game stages, and also gives an accessory which buffs all skill and Slayer XP, which even works in the Rift. Now, who does this benefit? Well, literally everyone, from Iron Man to Bingo to even early and endgame players. The simple repeatable quests give a decent bonus passively as you play, and the rewards, while small, add up over time. To also clear up a few concerns, there are no mining quests as those are reserved for commissions. Island chapters are one-time tutorial-like guides, but these ones are repeatable. And lastly, the quests on the Crimson Isle are a whole different thing with their own progression system, but this is a universal system that encompasses the whole game and is unlocked on day 1. If it gets rejected, fear not, we have multiple backups, so your vote is in good hands. Still not convinced? We'll also ban the 6-7 brain rot as a bonus on the house. We got 5th last time, so let's push for the top 3 and vote aland_ to add something that benefits everyone across the game. Peace.